Ames Flyers Hockey is on the air. Welcome back to the Mid-American Recplex. We are over at rink number 2 for a matchup with your Pee-Wee Orange team and Mason City Mohawks. Van Meer going to center a line with Sorensen and Peffer. New look here to start, or Baker rather, new look here to start the game. Beasy and Pappas, your starting defenders. Mason City wins the puck, drags in the Flyers zone. And Williamson takes it away, skates it dangerously in front of our net. Thankfully, Leon grabs the save there as Baker, rather than going around behind the net, which probably would have been the best advised play there, comes right in front of the net. Mason City pokes it away, puts a shot on net. Leon makes the save. This is one, and now it's in front of our net again, but it comes away with Sorensen. Sorensen trying to deke around one, and Mason City getting the puck. Mason City marching back the other way as they send it deep into our zone. Pappas outwins the race. She rims it up the boards to Williamson. Williamson and Sorensen in on the play. Sorensen gets it to Williamson. Williamson, a little physicality, removes the player from the puck. He's going to march it in. Williamson's going to shoot. Glove saved by the Mason City Tendy. So far, we got one shot on net for each team, and both teams going to take this time to change. Hopefully, I see, is the streaming feed live? We should be live. Hopefully, you guys are with us here. Just Jude from the point. That's going to go wide. Goalie's going to knock it off his glove, move it deep behind the boards. Van Meer trying to chase down. She centers it, but nobody's home. Now it's going to come out to Jude in the high slot. Jude shoots. Blocker saved by Mason City. And we got a whistle. Perhaps a net not quite hanging out perfectly. It looks like the official's going to try and secure that net just a little bit better. And that's going to give us a chance to take a swig of Starbucks. Puck is dropped, and it's won by Smith. He's going to backhand it towards the net. Then gets his own rebound and sends it through the crease. Two good chances for Casson Smith. This one comes out all the way to neutral ice where Silty gets it. Silty, high, flapjack above the Mason City defender. And now Antonovich trying to grab it. Here's Schmidt behind the net. Schmidt to Smith. Smith now going to work it over to Peffer. Peffer doesn't get good wood on it. Fans on the shot, but Silty retrieves the puck, moves it deep. Antonovich here. Antonovich. I'm not going to start that again. Antonovich trying to center it. Now Mason City gathers. They're going to try and break out. Flyers have other ideas. They get it out, and Jude's going to hunt it down as it doesn't really have enough juice to wait for an icing. Could have been going on net. Jude sends it up the boards to Antonovich. Peffer now giving chase. Knocked back to Antonovich. Board battle ensues. Antonovich got to be careful with those elbows on the smaller Mason City Mohawks. Mason City with it in their own zone. They're going to shoot it out. This one's on edge. Might be coming on net. It sure is. And Leon tries to play it to Kira, but Kira was running up the boards. So Flyers have to work to get it out. Now this is over to Antonovich. Antonovich with Shalin and Terry. Antonovich coming out to complete the change as Hank comes out. Now Jude is going to send it in deep. And no ice in. Mason City comes out. This is Hank, Terry, and Shalin. Beautiful play there. Works back by Ball Vance. Now it comes out to the blue line. Pappas going to gather. Pappas, she's going to collect, skate. She tries to move it in, but goes off the skate. Now here's Ball Vance, and Terry comes away with it. Terry skates it in. She's going to send it towards the net. Goes just wide to the left. And good hustle by Hank there to be the first one on the puck. He's going to try and center it. Mason City gets a stick in the way. Stella Pappas now. She's going to try and get it. Pappas going to work to Beasy. Beasy up to Terry into the zone, but Mason City gets it. Terry's thinking change, and we're going to get a whistle and a full line change. All right, this is Swanson with the puck. He's going to carry it all the way into the net. Now changing directions, get pressured to the boards. Drop pass to Pappas, but Mason City intercepts. Pappas trying to work out to the blue line. It comes out on Swanson's stick. Swanson has it jump off his twig, and Mason City takes it the other way. Mason City looking to enter our zone. They do successfully. Now Jude gathers, and he's going to try and backhand it up to Sorensen. Sorensen breaking out. Sorensen's got Baker coming with him on the far side. He moves the puck deep behind the goal line. Here is Mason City with it now. They're going to try and skate it out. They do break out, but Pappas is there waiting for it. She's going to move it back into Mason City's zone. We've got a penalty here as... You know, before the next tournament, I'm going to study the referee's penalty signal so I can tell you what they signed there. But Flyers going to skate 5v4 for 60 seconds as Mason City is putting one in the sin bin. A who? This puck's coming all the way down where Jude gets it in our own zone. Jude looking to work it up to Swanson. Swanson now at the red line. Swanson around a Mason City player. Swanson gains the line. We got 3v1. Swanson centers. Oh, but the one defender swats it away. Jude comes away with it. He's going to shoot, and that's saved by Mason City. Swanson gathers the rebound. This one goes out to the defender, and Silty's going to lock and load, and it's tipped, and another good save by Mason City there. We got 20 seconds left on the power play. Back to Silty. Silty's going to move it into the corner for Peffer. Peffer going to try and spread him out, and now it's going to go back to Silty. Silty going back deep to Peffer. They're playing catch. Peffer trying to carry it. He's going to go back out to Silty. Mason City slows the play. Puck held in, and now it's shot out. And just like that, Mason City is full strength. We're skating 5v5. Sorensen brings it in. Mason City marches it out. Jude sends it in. And Sorensen was still in the zone, so we're going to have an offsides. No, we maybe have a penalty here. Holding 10 yards, automatic first down. And they're going to put Mason City back in the sin bin. So Flyers going to try this power play again for 60 seconds with 6 minutes, 21 seconds to go in the period. Peffer gets a great shot on net. Blocker save by the Mohawks. This goes D to D. Comes in a little hot. Jude's going to play it off the boards. He sends it wide, and it almost deflects in. But Mason City, Tendy, turns it away. Covers it up, rather. 46 seconds to go in period number one. We're knotted up at 0-0. Smith going to take the draw with Antonovich and Ballvance. It's one out to Beasy. Beasy taps it in towards behind the goal line. Now it's going to come back out to Drew. Drew's going to try and send it deep. And Ballvance coming to help the play as well. Mason City comes away with it. Stella's in good position. Drew pressures him off the puck and takes it away. Drew now trying to work it up to Antonovich. Antonovich gains the line as he's being pressured. And we have maybe an offsides whistle. Flyers with 21 seconds remaining on the power play. They're going to send out Kira, Hank, and V remains on the ice. This is Antonovich trying to skate it in. He gains the line. Antonovich turns, looking to center, and it goes cross ice, rink wide, and out of the zone. Now look out, Mason City takes it away. Pappas trying to get in good position to help, but they're going to get a clean shot on. Leon makes the save. Puck still loose. It's in the house. Leon with another save. Puck still loose. Flyers need to get it out. Now this is Antonovich, but Pappas comes away with it. She gets tripped up. I don't know how they missed the call. This one comes into the house. Hank deflects it to the far side. Terry giving chase. Ballvance going to get to it. Ballvance now. He's going to try and skate it. Moves it to Antonovich. Antonovich can't get it out. Hank gonna try and get it out. He does. Shalin jumping in off the bench, giving some extra help, and it's either offsides or too many men, but I think it goes in offsides. Terry, Shalin, Ballvance out there with Schmidt and Silty. This one back to Silty. Silty to the blue line. It hits the blue line but doesn't come out. Now they're going to get a shot towards net where Jude's waiting for it. He pokes it into the far corner. Silty dances around a defender, trying to get it up the boards to Shalin. There's Shalin trying to get it. They're going to send it towards the net, goes through the blue paint. And now Ballvance works it up and out. Ballvance going to ice that. Good play there by Hank. And now he's going to give chase. Flyers going to ride with the same line. Shalin, Ballvance, Terry. Terry to take the draw. Schmidt and Silty playing D. 0-0 game here. It's won by the Flyers, and Jude's going to carry it out. He gains the line. Jude's got some room. He's got some space. Jude's going to bring it all the way in. He's going to dance and shoot just wide, and then he gets pushed down for his efforts. Mason City takes the puck away. They're going to try and work it towards the blue line. Now Mason City breaking out. Hank, or that's Jude with the back check, manhandles that puck away from the Mohawk, gets it to Ballvance, who chips it deep. Really good shift here by your Flyers as Terry pokes one. Now Jude uses the body and then pokes it in. And now it's going to chop out. Look out, Mason City on the attack. Silty on the back check. Jude coming in to help. They're going to get a shot off glove. And that's still stuck in the press. Now pad save as Leon couldn't cover it. And it's out into the blue line. Flyers get fresh bodies out here in the form of Sorensen, Van Meer, and Williamson. Sorensen gains the line. Sorensen can't quite get around the Mohawk. Mason City coming the other way. This is Sorensen now. He's got it behind. He's going to try and work it behind the net. Sorensen, maybe out to your D. No, now he goes out to the D. Beasy sends it towards the net. All the Flyers on one side of the rink, so there's nobody crashing the net. Somebody's out of position in that play. Mason City now marching in, taking advantage of the poor positioning from their Flyers. Van Meer, she's got it. She's going to rim it around the far boards. Baker gets to it, but can't control it. Oh, Sorensen trying to break out. Now Sorensen and Williamson breaking out, but Mason City going to turn, send it back the other way. Now Mason City turns, sends it in our zone where Pappas is going to hunt it down. We got 2 minutes, 38 seconds to go. Mason City going to go back to the bin. Flyers need to pull Leon. Because now it don't matter. They're trying to get their goalie out. I heard him yelling him at the bench as it was a delayed penalty. Flyers can play that all the way up until Mason City touches it with their twig. All right. Hey, thanks for the birthday wishes here from Grandma Beezy, watching from Wisconsin. We've got friends, Stella's grandma from Ohio is tuned in here today. And looks like Lily's grandma's watching too. Great that you guys could be with us this early morning hockey game. Look out, this one deflects off Pappas. Beasy, good on the back check. That puck's going to go all the way down, deep behind our goal line. Williamson's the first one to it. He loses an edge, and I think Baker's going to go in the box as he was out of control and bumped into the Mason City player, sent him into the boards, and Mason City player right now down. And a little different response from the Mason City parents than we had from Waterloo parents last night, as Mason City parents are saying, "Get off the ice, kid," which is what we would be telling our kids. You're scaring your mom. Waterloo last night just wanted to bitch about the officials. And our Mohawk is up under his own power, going to skate off. Here we go. This one's cross ice out to the high slot, but Mason City can't control it. Comes deep where Jude retrieves. Jude to the blue line. We got a foot race. This is Peffer. We're skating 4-on-4 for 26 seconds, and then Flyers will have a PK. Jude feeds it over to Silty. Silty up to Peffer. Peffer and Smith going to gain the line 2v2. This is Peffer marching in. Peffer to the high slot. Peffer sends it towards the net, wide right. 10 seconds left on 4v4 before we go on the PK. Silty from the point. He's going to fire one. Glove save. Goalie turns it away to the near boards. Flyers, 15 seconds now, penalty kill. Love to keep her on this side of the ice, but Mason City's going to gain the line as the Flyers skate 5v4 for another 5 seconds before Williamson comes out of the box. And out to the blue line is good. Now Smith's got Baker breaking out of the box, but Smith's going to carry it. Smith to the blue line, drops it deep, and he's going to change. Here's the Mohawks working the puck into working the pucks into Jude's stick. Now Jude trying to get deep. Deflected by Mason City. Peffer comes away with the puck. He's going to carry it in. Peffer shoots and scores! Richie Peffer opens up the scoring here as he goes top shelf. Dances that thing all the way into the goal line. Tough angle, but finds a way to bury it and light the lamp. Richie Peffer with the celly and game opening scoring. We got a 1-0 game with 49 seconds to play in period number 1. Flyers going to send out Terry, Ballvance, Shalin, Beasy, and Pappas out there on D. Stella going to race to the puck. Mason City wins the race, but Flyers get the puck in. That goes in. Takes Mason City 7 seconds to answer and go 1-1 as that puck is danced in front of our net and just floats by Leon's in through Leon's 5-hole. 39 seconds to go in period number 1. 1-1 game. All right, this one's going towards our net, and Beasy's able to swat it away. Now it's sent out. Coming around. Looking for a backhand in the house, and Hank's going to carry it out. Hank now leading the charge. Flyers got 3v2. Hank has it poked away. Hank's going to get it in deep. That might go on net. Goes just wide. Good play by Ballvance as the goalie covers. I like that. Hank gets it, carries it all the way out of the zone, gets pressured in the corner, gets the blue line, and sends it in deep. I've got thoughts to share with Greg when we go to intermission. Not all of my thoughts become public knowledge for very good reasons. This one sent across ice. Mason City's going to try and break out. They've only got 4 seconds to go, and that should slow it down enough. I think period number 1 will come to an end on my birthday. We got a 1-1 game. We'll be back for period number 2. All right, thanks for tuning in on this Sunday morning showdown. I see Eric's grandma's tuned in from Michigan. Welcome to the broadcast. Flyers going to move left to right this period in a 1-1 hockey game. And Mason City marches into the Flyers zone, poked away by Silty. Speaking of Eric's grandma, watching her grandson do some workout on the ice. Here's Van Meer with it. Van Meer tries to hit Sorensen on the stretch pass, and it's going to end up being an icing as nobody deflects it. Flyers keep Sorensen, Van Meer, and Williamson on the ice. Silty and Jude. That one saved by Leon as a missile comes in. He gets that pad down, and Lightning Leon with a great save. Van Meer going to try and hunt it down at the blue line. She gets there at the same time as Mason City. Mason City works the puck into the high slot. Jude looking to get out. They're going to shoot one through the crease. Goes rink wide. Mason City going to get as Williamson with just a silly penalty there. No reason to put a kid in the boards in that spot. Williamson back to the box. Back to the sin bin. Oh, Arizona up and at them early. Right? Of my time or later. No, they would be later. Oh, you're finally getting here, Arizona. It's almost 10 o'clock your time. Silty and Williamson in the box, so look out. This is super scary as Flyers going to skate 5v3. Beasy, Schmidt, and Van Meer out there to kill this 5-on-3. God bless the 1-minute penalties here, but let's see what we can do. This is sent towards the net. Jude takes it away. Jude going to go hard and high off the boards to the blue line, not out. And then Van Meer just overskates it, but she gets back into the action and slows the puck down, not allowing Mason City to set anything up. Now Jude's going to try and race out, and it's sent out of the zone. Jude using his speed. He's going to try and get in the zone. Applies pressure. Nice poke by Jude. We're down to 33 seconds. Jude now with it, trying to just get up on the boards, kill as much time as he can. Now Flyers need to get back defensively. You can't put too much pressure down here. Flyers. Jude with it. Again, he's going to send it back into the zone. Jude now lost an edge. We got 15 seconds to go on the 5v3. Leon gets it, covers. 9 seconds to go on 5v3. We're going to drop it in our zone, and 2 Flyers will shoot out of the bench and hopefully onto the ice or right back out. Flyers going to change out Van Meer for Peffer and Schmidt for Stella. Hang on, everybody. This one's won, and Drew knocks it down with the shin guards. Does it again, but it's still in the slot. Now it comes towards Leon, and they're going to score on the 5-on-3. We're back, and Flyers now working from behind as Mason City was able to capitalize on the 5v3. This is worked out to Antonovich. Antonovich sends it into the zone. Mason City playing with abundance of confidence right now. Peffer to the puck. Peffer now, he's going to try and get towards the net. Smith is there, and Mason City moves it to the far boards. Out to the point it goes now. Stella going to send it in. And now Mason City marches out. Flyers dodge another bullet there. Lightning Leon making a great save. And we got a whistle here. And who's going to the bin now? Look like maybe Silty. Flyers got to clean this up right now. Stop getting the silly penalties, putting themselves in a disadvantage. Oh, we got Grandma watching from the Wisconsin Dells with the squirts. Leon's grandma looks like. Leon playing well. Oh, it's 7 a.m. where you are. All right, I'm not giving you a hard time. Here comes Casson Smith. Smith going to gain the line. Smith's going to shoot. Saved by the goalie. Now it's out to the blue line. Jude can't quite send it deep. It squirts out. Now Beezy's going to hunt it down. Beezy turns, sends it up towards the zone. Mason City's there waiting for it. Now they're going to march it in. Jude grabs it in our own zone. Jude now has a jump off a stick, and now he's going to work it up to the blue line and out. Mason City has to try and wait to clear, but Flyers take it away. Here's Antonovich. Antonovich going to skate it in, and we got another penalty on the. It's got to be on the Flyers, right? If they're going to stop that play. Now Casson Smith going in the bin. I missed it. I didn't see anything. It's weak sauce. Flyers going to skate 5-on-3 now for 22 seconds. Your second 5v3 of the game. They're going to put Van Meer, Schmidt, and Beezy out there. They'll have 22 seconds 5v3, followed by 48. 5-on-4. Van Meer gets it to the blue line. Mason City sends it from the high slot. Turned away by Jude. And Jude, playing as hard as he can while falling down, swats that puck to the far boards. Van Meer absorbs contact that they don't call. Now this is going to be sent towards the net. Saved by Leon. And the rebound's there. Flyers just shooting themselves in the foot left and right this morning. Need to clean things up. Can come back, but got to clean up the penalties, as another gift was given to Mason City with a 5v3.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
Yep. All right, Van Meer, Sorensen, Schmidt, Beezy out there. 37 seconds left on the PK. We are 5v4 versus 5v3. Flyers down 1-3. Looking to mount a comeback. Jude carries the puck around. Jude working it up the far boards. Van Meer trying to poke it out. Now Sorensen's in on help. Mason City and Van Meer get to it at the same time. It's in the house. Beezy's waiting for it. Beezy carry it. He's going to march it in. Now Beezy going to have it taken away at the red line, but he's going to gain the line, get in deep. We have 10 seconds to go on the PK for Silty. Mason City looking to dance it all the way out. Now Jude meets him at the blue line. They're going to get it in deep. Flyers are full strength. Out comes Williamson to join the rush. Behind the net it goes. Jude rims it around the far board. Slowed down by the Mohawk. Mohawk sends it out to the point. They're going to center. And now Schmidt has it behind our own net. He's going to rim it around. Sorensen trying to get pressure. Mason City gets there first. They send it into the house again. Deflected near boards. 7 minutes to go in period 2. Lots of hockey to play. This one slap shotted towards the net, but Jude stills it down. Or Van Meer, I think, slowed that one down, rather. Van Meer now going to try and poke it into the zone. She's met with some resistance, and Mason City trying to march it in. Here's Jude with it in neutral ice. Jude trying to poke it up to Van Meer. He gets it to Van Meer. Van Meer has it come behind her. Now Baker's got a little bit of time and space. He's going to shoot one wide right. Baker gets his own rebound. Williamson out to the point. Jude controls it. He's going to try and send it to the slot from the point and has it poked away. Mason City ices the puck. Terry going to take the draw with Shalin and Ballvance. It's one towards the house. Now Silty's got it. He's going to shoot a knuckleball. That is glove saved by the Tendy and White. Strange that it took this long in the season for a matchup with Mason City. Common foe, but this is the first time we've seen them all year. Mason City marching through neutral ice. Going to lose an edge and cough the puck over to Pappas. Pappas takes it down behind her net, works it up the far boards. Ballvance going to try and move it to the blue line. Held in by Mason City. Now this is Silty giving pressure. Mason City dancing with the puck. Terry coming to help. Terry slows him down, allows Shalin to get in on the play. Silty moves it up towards the point. Silty turns it away with the shin guards. Mason City centers, and they got it in the high slot. They're going to shoot. Puck still loose. And now it's down deep behind the net where Pappas is going to work it out towards the blue line and out. And Mason City has to regroup. Mason City sends it back in and right back out by the Flyers. Ballvance got to be careful. Play the puck. And Mason City is going to get it in. We got a whistle. Offsides. Flyers going to get a change. Here comes Antonovich, Smith, and Peffer. Yeah, it would be 7 a.m. in Arizona. Because when I'm out in Vegas, I'm always out stupid early because it's 2 hours ahead. Schmidt going to carry it in. Schmidt going to drag it all the way in, and now it gets poked away to the near boards. 5 minutes to go in period number 2. Ritchie to V. V back to Ritchie. Ritchie behind the net, back to V. It's going to come all the way around. Now V is going to try and work it out to Jude. And Schmidt's going to send it in from the point. Now goes Rink to the near boards, corner, and Peffer in a board battle. Smith going to try and get it on the far board. Smith takes the puck. And we got Smith versus 2 Mohawks. It's going to work its way out to the point. Jude sends it in deep. Antonovich behind the net with it. Antonovich gets in. Now Flyers need to get this puck towards the net. Here's Peffer coming in. He's thinking wraparound. He's going to center. Peffer shoots above the net. That was Smith behind the net with it rather than Peffer. Antonovich. Flyers with good zone time here. Smith in the far boards gets into Peffer. Peffer shoots wide. And another penalty call here. Or perhaps, yep. So Flyers now going to skate 5v4. They need to do their own damage on a power play as they've given up two shorthanded goals. Now it's their turn to skate up a player. Van Meer wins it back to Silty. Silty now going to try and work it deep. Silty gets it towards the house. Goalie gloves it away, and Sorensen picks it up. Now we're on the far boards. Board battle, and Stella's there to hold it in. Stella going to knock it deep to Sorensen. And now it's off of Stella's twig, and she's going to try and work it to Silty. Flyers got to regroup. Stella to Silty. Silty tries to back Stella. Mason City takes it away. Mason City marching in around Eric, and now Stella pokes it to the near boards. Flyers, none of them go for the puck. And now it goes rink wide. 22 seconds on the power play. This one sent on net, saved by Lightning Leon. Van Meer with it. Williamson, he's going to roll out with it. Williamson's got one in front of him, trying to get around. Williamson gets around, but the puck squirts to the far corner. Williamson trying to hit Van Meer in the slot. This one comes out of the zone. Pappas slows it down. 3 minutes to go in period number 2. Silty with the nice move there. Silty going to get it into the zone. Mason City going to grab it in their own zone. Try and work it up the near board. Silty's waiting for it. He's looking to drop it deep. Williamson's going to put one on net. And it comes a little bit wide. Glove save by the Mohawks. Kira going to win it back to Beasy. Beasy goes rink wide. Here's Schmidt. Schmidt going to play it deep. Jude around the boards with it. Comes back to Terry now in the far corner. She outskates the play. Mason City marching the other way. 2v2. Jude trying to slow him down at the blue line. They're going to dump it in. Puck down behind the net. And worked around. BZ. Now Ballvance works it up to the far boards. This coming into the house but goes rink wide. Down behind the net it goes again. Schmidt's going to be to it. He's going to work it up the far boards. And now Ballvance puts some pressure on, but Mason City moves it deep. Sent towards the net. That goes through the crease. Into the near boards. Shalin in on the board battle. Hank's going to get it, and he's going to be able to carry it out. Ballvance trying to work around the Mason State player. He's going to get it deep. That one goes towards the tendy where they cover it up, and we'll have a whistle with 1 minute, 33 seconds to go in period number 2. Flyers 1, Mohawks 3. Flyers going to send out Smith, Peffer, Antonovich with Schmidt and Beasy on the backside. Beasy sends it from the point. Puck's deflected by several players, goes into the far corner. Now here's Jude. He's going to have it sent. He's going to send it in. Good play there by Jude. Beasy holds the line. Smith gathers the puck, sends it towards the net, goes wide and deep. Peffer's first one to it. Peffer skating around 2 Mohawks. Peffer moves it to Antonovich. Antonovich going to work it out to the point. Jude from the point's going to send it towards the net wide. Mason City gathers the rebound. Smith pokes it away. Smith still working the puck there. He's got it down behind the net. Now back into that corner. Peffer with the stick lift takes the puck away. Peffer keeping the puck deep. Peffer trying to center it. Mason City remains tight defensively. They're really packing the box, making it hard for the Flyers to get anything at the net. Flyers keep it in. Now it comes out. They got to regroup. Drew's going to gather it, and he's going to try and send it with the backhand. Mason City takes it away. Mason City skates it in. Jude on the back check, pokes it away, and it's going to go deep behind the goal line where Mason City goes to get while the Flyers camp out. Now Jude takes the puck away. We've got a 3v2. It's Schmidt. It's Peffer. It's Antonovich. Schmidt gets around one defender. Schmidt gets around the second. He shoots just wide. Great effort there by Jude Schmidt, playing wonderful hockey today. Richie Peffer now is going to march in. Peffer centers on net, backhand, goalie saves. 8 seconds to go in period number 2. Flyers going to have some work to do in period number 3. Going to need to get something quick to the net. Win this draw, quick to the net. It's one to Antonovich. He swipes that now. Beasy's going to send it towards the net. So they do what we want. 3 seconds to go. It's tied up in the far corners. Beasy's got to be careful. Just shoving a kid. Could be in the box now. So Flyers, their mission right now, clean up the stupid penalties, get pucks towards the net. Mason City packing it in, making it hard to get through. Need maybe some odd man rushes as well. Anyway, I'm going to take a short break. We'll be back for period number 3 in just a moment. Period number 3 is going to start with Van Meer, Swartzen, Williamson, Silty, and Pappas on D. And Silty gets the draw. He's going to move it to Pappas. Pappas now works it up. Van Meer trying to gain the line. She does. Swartzen trying to chase the puck down. Swartzen gets to it in the near corner. Swartzen in a board battle with Williamson. This one's centered, and Mason City Can't get it out. Sorensen brings it in, and he can't get a good shot off. Now skating up on it's Peffer, sends it towards the net, or that's Williamson rather. Gets a shot on net, and he shakes his head that he couldn't get anything other than a straight-on shot. But pucks on net, that's what we need. Pucks on net. Flyers keep the same personnel on the ice. Mason City with the draw, and Williamson in a board battle. Williamson has it shoot out towards the blue line. Held in by Silty. Now shot out by Mason City. Williamson going to go to Stella. Has it jump off her twig, but she gains control. Now Stella going to work it up to Sorensen. Sorensen got a twig on it, so no ice. Williamson using his speed to be the first one to the puck. Now it comes out to Pappas. Pappas sends it deep. Rimmed around the far board. Silty with a good move to get around the defender. Sends it towards the net. Mason City's waiting for it. Sorensen has it now down behind the net. Sorensen thinking wraparound. Sorensen loses the puck. Mason City takes over, and they're going to work it up the far boards. Williamson's got to stop that. I don't even know if they called him, but yeah, they did. He blew a kid up for no reason. You got to make sure you're helping your team, man. Flyers going to skate short-handed here. This is worked out towards the blue line. Mason City cooks, and they're going to send it towards the net. Deflects. Thankfully, they couldn't get a good shot. Now here's Peffer looking to take the puck away. And it's sent back into the house, but Beezy's there waiting for it. He sends it to the blue line, not out. Board battle. This is Beezy and Peffer. Precious seconds coming off this PK, though. And it's worked deep where Schmidt's going to gather. Schmidt skates it behind the net. Schmidt now is going to carry it. Schmidt up to Peffer. Beautiful stretch pass as it hits him, and it's going to be an icing. I love the pass there as Jude recognizes Peffer breaking out. That pass connects, and Peffer's off to the races, one on the goalie. 25 seconds to go in the PK, 10 minutes to play. Flyers down by 2. Schmidt with it. He's going to work it up to Peffer again. Intercepted now. Smith's got it. Smith has got Peffer breaking out. Smith to Peffer. Peffer gets it in. Now Peffer being pinched off. He tries to backhand it. Mason City defender gets in position just in the nick of time. Now sent out to Beezy at the point. Beezy skates it up. He sends one towards the net. Glove save by the Mohawks. But in other news, only 4 seconds to go on this PK, and we'll drop it in Mason City's zone. Board battle here. And Flyers are full strength. We got 5v5 hockey. Smith in a board battle. It's one to Antonovich. Antonovich tries to send it towards the net. It's deflected off a skate. This one is taken away by Mason City, and they're going to try and march in. Jude on the back check, bumps him off the puck and takes it away. Now Jude's got 1v2. Jude going to march it in. Jude's going to shoot. Save. Nobody there to get the rebound. Jude now still working again, and he's going to march it in. Jude with a backhanded shot. Just misses. Again, nobody there for the rebound. Now here's Antonovich. He's going to march in. He shoots just off the post. Flyers with good momentum in this shift. Let's keep it going. Mohawks trying to break it out. Jude poke checks it away. Antonovich gathers the puck. Now he's going to send it in deep and chase. In the near corner, Mason City gathers. They're looking to break out, and Jude has other ideas. He's in the high slot. Jude sends it towards the net. Smith with a shot. Now it jumps out, and Beezy. Now Peffer's going to try and send it. It deflects off a skate to the far boards. Beezy sends it deep. Goalie is going to cover as Smith was crashing the net. Flyers getting good opportunities with the line of Smith, Antonovich, Peffer. But the efforts are fruitless. Now we're going to send out Ballvance, Terry, and Shalin. It's one back to Silty. Silty sends it by the point. Glove save by the Mohawk Tendy. Kira giving Silty a big fist bump there. Let's see if she can win it again. Terry is going to win it to Shalyn. Shalyn looking to center it. Now comes out to Pappas. Pappas from the point sends it wide. Blocker save, rather. And Mason City in the near boards. Here's Pappas looking to hold it in. Pappas, good poke there. Awesome effort by Stella. Now Silty's going to get it. Silty in the zone. He's going to try and work it out. And Mason City gets it rink wide in the Flyers zone. Mason City Flyers send it out. That's Pappas trying to work the ball advance. Mason City sends it back in. Flyers, 7 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Down 2. This one in the boards. Terry comes away with it. Terry trying to work it to Shalyn. Still stuck in that far corner. Terry working hard. Now it's centered. Ball advance is there, and we've got another whistle. Maybe, I don't know what other they would call where nobody goes in the box and they bring it to neutral ice. Maybe a high stick there by the Flyers. Flyers with Terry, ball advance, and Shalyn. Shalyn chops it into the zone. Ball advance, give him chase. Turn, and now Shalyn's going to send it deep. This one working its way around and out towards Pappas. Pappas from the point, she sends it towards the net, goes wide left. Kira trying to take it away at the net. Hankin on the action. Flyers, good opportunity there. Couldn't capitalize. Mason City going to try and march the other way. Terry, nice poke there, but Mason City now going to gain. No, they make a move at the blue line, and it's brought in, and it's going to be sent right back out as Silty carries it out, shoots it up into the zone. Silty looking to chase it down. Mason City sends it out, and Pappas holds it in with her skates. Now Hank's got it with a little bit of room. Hank's going to shoot one towards the net. Saved by the Tendy in white. Good work by Ball Vance there. And now we got a board battle. Lily Van Meer. Van Meer with 3 white jerseys surrounding her. She wins it towards the net, but then Mason City takes the puck away. Now Van Meer looking to center it. And there's Sorensen with the backhanded goal. Assisted by Lily Van Meer. Wow. Lily battling hard. She's in those near boards with 3 white jerseys. Somehow managed to get the puck twice. And then it squirts out. She beats the white jerseys to get it towards the net where Swartz waiting for it. And he makes a beauty of a backhand play. Top bin to bring this game 3-2. Wonderful play by the Ames Flyers. Lily Van Meer. Grit. Swanson. Beautiful play. Here's Jude now. Jude. He's going to carry it in. He gets into his sticks and comes in off sides as Sorensen was in ahead of the puck. Would have been clean, but that puck just gets away from Jude right at the blue line. He has to reach behind himself. So we'll drop it in neutral ice. Van Meer, Sorensen, Williamson. And it's going to be won by Mason City as they get around Beasy. 2v1. All the Flyers get in position. Lightning Leon seals up that post. And now Jude looking to carry. Jude through neutral ice. He's slowed at the red line. Finds Van Meer. Van Meer now. She's going to come in on the high slot. She can't get around the defender. Puck's still loose. Now Williamson's got it. And he shoots just wide. This is out to Jude. Jude going to send in, and it hits Van Meer. Mason City looking to march the opposite direction. Mason City being deflected there by Schmidt. Mason City turns, and they're going to get it in. Foot race between Schmidt and number 11 on the Mohawks. Jude got to be exhausted. Baker comes away with the puck. He loses it. Now he's going to turn, send it to Van Meer. Van Meer to Sorensen. Sorensen can't quite handle the pass, and Mason City sends it in for what should be an icing. Beasy going to gather it. We're down to 5 minutes play. Flyers looking for the game-tying goal. Beasy loses a stick, but gets the puck up to Sorensen. Sorensen now dancing. He's going to get around one. Sorensen caught from behind by the faster Mason City Mohawk, but we got a board battle. Here's Sorensen in the near boards. 2 white jerseys around him. Smith coming to help. Smith getting in there. Mason City content to clear it. Now it's won by Smith. Smith to Beasy. Beasy locks. He loads. Scored! I think Sorensen tips it. Beasy sends it from the point, and Sorensen with the tip. A good goal.
Nice stick.
So that's 3 goals disallowed in 2 games. I'm going to have to check the tape on that one. If it was at the crossbar, it's real close. I think it's certainly within the area of margin that you give it to an 11-year-old. But nonetheless, we play on. If you're at home watching and can replay that, give me your thoughts. I
called it right away, but it was close.
I think it's within the area of margin you give it to an 11-year-old.
Brutal.
But them rules is rules, I guess. Oh, fun game here. 1-goal game. Mason City calls a timeout. We've got 13 seconds to go in the timeout. I can't tell you how much time is on. No, I can tell you.
Yeah,
4:23 to go. 1-goal game. Flyers find themselves down 1 in the third, a familiar position here in the last couple weeks. Well, Silty's over there trying to show the ref where he thought the stick was. That's not helping.
I don't think it's going to do anything.
It didn't help. Right. All right. Smith going to take the draw. And Mason City works it into the house. But now Peffer's going to try and carry it out. Peffer gets around 1. Peffer using his speed. Peffer gets tripped up, and Flyers going to play 5v4 as Richie Peffer draws a penalty with his speed. He got around 1 defender and around a second. And Mohawks with no choice but to kind of got a wild stick there. Sorensen, Antonovich, and Peffer. This is going to go out to Peffer. He goes cross ice to Silty. Silty locks and loads on net. Rebound, still loose. Sorensen gets the rebound wide of the net. Here's Peffer now with it down behind the net. He's going to chase it around, thinking wraparound. Now Peffer, he's going to go out to Silty. Silty going to go cross ice to Pappas. Pappas, she's going to lock. She can't get good wood on it, and it trickles to the defender where Mason City carries it out. Silty loses an edge. Peffer coming from behind with the stick lift. Mason City going to send it. Blocker saved by Lightning Leon. Now Flyers looking for an odd man rush the other way. They've got 3v2. Stella gets the red line, dumps it in. Great move by Swartzen. Swartzen carries it in. Puck saved by the goalie. Peffer going to go out to the defender. Silty now, he's going to send it from the slot, and it's still loose in the crease, and it goes in! And Tanovich with the game-tying goal! Flyers on the power play. Knock this game up at 3-3. Really good puck movement there by the Flyers, getting a greasy one.
Is it bad that I kept checking to make sure they were going to call it off?
I know. We've had 3 goals disallowed in 2 games for really weird reasons. Beasy now, he's going to try and work it. So we're knotted up with 3 minutes to go. Jude Schmidt gathers the puck, brings it behind the net. Schmidt out to Sorensen. Sorensen to Antonovich. Antonovich working his way around the defender. And now it comes to the blue line. And out. Now Mason City looking to march the other direction. Jude has other ideas. Jude pokes it to Sorensen. Sorensen tangled up with the Mason City Mohawk. Now Sorensen gets it to Antonovich while he's laying down. Antonovich gains the line, being pestered by several white jerseys. Beasy to Schmidt. Flyers got to regroup. Schmidt to Sorensen. Sorensen carries it in, and Flyers are offsides as Antonovich in ahead of the puck. 2 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Flyers in a hot one with the Mason City Mohawks, 3-3. If your blood wasn't pumping before, if you were a little sleepy, everybody's wide awake here in West Des Moines now, including my friend McCoy Nelson, who's down on the boards cheering on these Flyers. McCoy's got a big game at 1 o'clock today. Tune into that one. All right, Peffer ball Vance there, or that's Smith and ball Vance rather. Smith comes away with it. Smith gains the line. Mason City getting the puck back. Smith coming in on. Now that's Van Meer with a poke. Smith loses a twig. Centered. And we got a whistle. I think Smith is going to go to the bin. Chopping pretty hard with that one. All right, from Grandma Beasy. She watched the replay. His stick looks like it was below the crossbar, plus it was on the way down. Maybe Tom's brother's watching. He's a hockey official, I believe. I believe so. All right, here we go. Flyers trying to kill penalty here. They got Beasy, Van Meer, and Peffer out. Peffer's got a little bit of time and space. Van Meer is skating with them. Peffer gets around 1, gets around 2. Peffer's going to shoot. Save. Blocker save by the Mohawks. And we got a whistle for
Another high stick.
Another high stick. So we're going to move it all the way down to the Flyers zone. 39 seconds to go. Van Meer, Peffer, Beasy, Schmidt to kill the penalty. It finds Beasy. Beasy works it to the blue line. Now it is out, and it's going to be sent in for an ice. No, it's tipped, so no ice. So that will help kill a bunch of the power play, or penalty kill. Van Meer gathers. She sends it towards the net. Peffer's there waiting for it. Peffer behind the net. Peffer now going to change directions. Peffer coming up the opposite way. He's going to shoot and score! Richie Peffer comes around behind the net with a shorty to give the Flyers a lead with 84 seconds to go. Richie Peffer with his second goal of the game. Hat trick watch. Peffer just being a dude on that play. Behind the net. We got 14 seconds on the penalty kill. Swanson wins the draw. Now Mason City takes it away. Mason City trying to gain the zone. And now we got another whistle. 4 seconds to go on the power play. 1:13 to go. Both teams searching for their first win of the tournament. Yeah, Travis, it was a goal, not even close to being above the bar. Thank you, Mr. Noid. That is not us. So one of the teams calls a timeout here, probably wise. Both coaches going to have their teams huddle up. Coach Tom in there giving the Flyers some instruction as our head coach Cole Antonovich is sipping on a Bloody Mary on the beach in Combo, I bet. He might not even be up. He might be watching this on replay. Whenever you get up, Mr. Cole, we miss you. Fun game here. Flyers going to send out Sorensen, Antonovich, Schmidt, Beasy, Smith. Box is open. Maybe Smith going in.
We have 4 seconds on the power.
Oh, that's right. We got 4 seconds on the PK. We'll drop it neutralized. So 4 seconds of 5v4. Sorensen needs to win this draw. It's 1 back to Schmidt. Schmidt going to kill the rest of the penalty. Now Schmidt working up to Antonovich. Antonovich going to get in. Mason City with an empty net. 60 seconds to go. Flyers going to try to take advantage of the empty net. Jude sends it, and it dribbles out of the zone. Mason City has to regroup with the empty net. They're going to swat it in. Jude's going to send it right back out. Swansen's got. Now here's Smith with the empty net. Smith to Swanson to Smith. Smith shoots deflected by the Mason City Twig. Flyers in the far corner. Going to try and get out there to the defender. Now this is Beasy. Beasy can't get it wide. Antonovich looking to send it deep. Antonovich now skating up, and now it's going to be sent out. And this one should be an icing if it's got enough juice. No icing. Jude controls the puck. Jude going to go hard off the boards into neutral ice. Swartz is waiting for it. Swartz against, he fans on the empty net try. 10 seconds to go. Puck is in neutral ice. Antonovich with 9 seconds to go. Mason City going to try and make one last effort here with 5 seconds to go. It's sent in, but there's not going to be enough time. Flyers come away victorious, 4-3 against the Mason City Mohawks. And Mohawks John a little bit to Swartz, and while the Flyers go get to their net. So all in all, a extremely entertaining hockey game here in West Des Moines between Mason City and Ames. And good news, next time we broadcast live, number 61, Wesley Downing, will be back. Yes, but next time I'm live with the Orange game, number 61 will be live and on the ice. So, all right, friends, thanks for joining us. Flyers win 4-3 in a very entertaining hockey game. Thanks to Greg Schmidt for running the camera and dealing with me coming in super tardy. Tune in at 1 o'clock for the championship game, Ames versus Des Moines. That's going to be a doozy. Thanks for joining us. Be good to each other. We will see you at 1 o'clock for Black. And